Math isn't difficult. Math is fun. I am Neelakanta Banu Prakash and I am the fastest human calculator in the world. And we are exploring infinities. Exploring infinities is here in front of you to give you a mathematics learning experience like never before. With expert trainers from around the country, we are here to make you learn math the right way.
Well, hello everyone, I'm Anvi from Exploring Infinities and I'm here to make maths easy and more fun for you. So today we are going to continue our discussion on the chapter similar triangles, and for today we are going to cover the topic of areas of similar triangle. Now what this theorem that we are going to discuss states is that the ratio of the areas of similar triangles would be equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. Sounds pretty confusing. It is very simple. I will just draw the diagrams and then let's get back to the proving. So here we have these two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle PQR, and we'll fill in these blanks. So firstly, what is given that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. That is already given to us. Now what do we have to prove? And that is what the theorem states, is that the ratio of the areas of these two triangles. So area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle PQR is equal to AB divided by PQ whole square, which would be equal to AC divided by PR whole square, which would also be equal to BC divided by QR whole square. Now since we know that these two triangles are similar, we know that the sides are already in the equal ratio. The ratio of the corresponding sides is equal. So if we prove this way, the ratio of the areas of these two triangles is equal to the square of the ratio of one of the sides. So if we take AB divided by PQ square, if you just take this bit, then we can obviously prove that it would be equal to the rest of the two corresponding sides as well, the ratio of the other two corresponding sides. So for time being, I'm just rubbing this off. So we'll just prove this bit first. Now we'll have to construct something. Now what will we construct? We will construct perpendicular bisectors or perpendiculars. So we will construct AM perpendicular to BC and PN perpendicular to QR. Let me just construct them. M and B and so now firstly we'll just get into the proof. Now for the proof, firstly we'll just talk about the LHS of the two proof thing. Area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle PQR is equal to what? So the area of any triangle is what? Half of base into height. So here the area of triangle ABC would be what? Half of base is BC into the perpendicular, which is AM in this case, divide by what would be the area of this triangle PQR. It would be what? Half of QR into PN. Right, here we'll cancel the common terms. So we can find that the ratio of the areas of these two triangles is what? BC into AM divided by QR into PN. So we'll mark this point 1 and I will write the observation here. So the ratio of areas of these two triangles, area of ABC divided by area of triangle PQR is equal to what? BC into AM divided by QR into PN. Now coming to the smaller triangles that are constructed because of the perpendicular, if we talk about triangle ABM and triangle PQN, so in triangle ABM and triangle PQN. Now, why are we doing this? So here, we know that BC and QR are the corresponding sides of these two triangles. So if we can prove somehow that AM divided by PN could also be converted to BC divided by QR, if we prove it in that way, then we can conclude that that would turn out to be BC square divided by QR square, right? So if we take this bit AM and PN, we have to include these two triangles ABM and PQN. Now if we prove these two triangles to be similar to each other, then we can directly prove that the corresponding sides would be what? Proportional or in the equal ratio. So here let us get started with proving these two triangles similar. It's pretty simple. So here since we know that triangle ABC and triangle PQR are already similar to each other, we can say that angle B would be equal to angle Q, because a triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Alright, and another thing that we can say is that angle AMB is equal to angle PNQ. We can also call them angle M and angle N. They both are equal to what? 90 degree. That is how we had constructed it. They are perpendicular, so they would be 90 degree. So therefore, by what criteria? I hope you are clear by now. By the angle criteria, triangle ABM is similar to triangle PQN. Therefore, we can say that AB divided by PQ is equal to BC divided by QN, which would be equal to AM divided by PN. Alright, so we'll mark this as point number 2, which is what? AB divided by PQ is equal to AM divided by PN. We don't need this very side. So AB divided by PQ is equal to AM divided by PN. Now, if we observe, if we take the first point again, the ratio of the areas is what? If we see, then it is BC divided by QR into AM divided by PN. Now, how can we write BC divided by QR? We can write it in terms of AB and PQ also. Since we know that AB divided by PQ is equal to BC divided by QR, which is equal to AC divided by PR, we can write BC divided by QR as, we know, BC divided by QR is equal to also AB divided by PQ, and we also know AM divided by PN is equal to AB divided by PQ. We can also call it that way, right? Now if we mark this as point number 4, therefore we can substitute this, so we can write everything as area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle PQR is equal to, if we convert BC divided by QR as AB into PQ, AB divided by PQ, I'm sorry. So AB divided by PQ multiplied by AM divided by PN would also be equal to what? AB by PQ, B by PQ, which would be what? AB upon PQ whole square. We can convert this very corresponding side, the ratio, into any of the terms. What? As BC divided by QR whole square or AC divided by PR whole square. Hence, we have proved that the ratio of the areas of two similar triangles would be equal to the ratio of the square of their corresponding sides. So with that, we are done with this very lecture. I hope that you are clear with all the concepts that you are learning. Now, in this theorem, the application would be what? We could apply this theorem. So you might be given one of the sides and you might be given the areas and you have to find another side. How would you find it? You could find it in this way by substituting. So you can get ample of application based questions. So I hope that you practice all of those, and with that I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching.
To an end to today's lecture. Thanks a lot for watching this, and stay tuned for the upcoming ones. Don't forget to follow @fastesthumancalculator and @exp.infi on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.